Hello, this is Carrie Jordan from the Rise Collective, and today I'm talking about why and how you can work with the cycles of nature, specifically the cycle of the moon, to work on achieving your goals throughout a moon cycle. So let's get to it. First of all, throughout human history, women have been aligning their plans and their actions and their lives with the cycle of the moon. Only recently in human history have women and people in general stopped doing that. And a lot of that has to do with technology and how much of our lives are not based on being in partnership with nature. In the past, humans depended on the moon for telling time, planting crops, predicting the ocean's tide, and harvesting both the sea and the land. So you can see why they would be so dependent on being in connection with the moon and what the moon is doing. The reason why the moon affects all of those things is that it has a magnetic force field, and it affects water rising in the ground, water rising in the ocean, and it affects organisms whose bodies are made up of water, like humans. And so in ancient times, the elders and the priestesses were the ones who would teach women and people about these ways in what were called the mystery schools. The thing that I want you to get is that Grandmother Moon teaches us about cycles, specifically the life cycle. We humans and the ocean tides continue to respond to the cycles of the moon, whether we know it or not. Very subtle changes that you can notice in your hormonal shifts and and your energetics. And that's how following the moon cycles can help us with achieving our goals, because it affects how much energy we can or cannot put toward our work or our goals. Now I'm going to go through the phases of the moon and help you decide what to focus on during each phase. And you can just go outside and look at the moon and see what phase it's in. The new moon corresponds with the menstrual phase of your cycle. And I'm just going to back up for a minute and give you another piece, which is that women historically bled in their menstrual phase with the new moon. Nowadays, our circadian rhythms are off because of how much artificial light we are exposed to. And if you're interested in working with your circadian rhythm, I have another video all about the circadian rhythm, and I'll put the link to that below. So back to the moon phases. The new moon corresponds with your menstrual cycle, like I said, and it's a time of dark nights and deeper sleep. So it's a great time to really prioritize rest, prioritize honoring yourself, and listen to those intuitive messages, write down your dreams, and see what messages you might be receiving from the other realms. The waxing phase, waxing gibbous, is corresponding to the follicular phase of your cycle. So this is a great time to harness your creativity and your energy. And it's prime time in terms of goal setting for you to take inspired action and create opportunity. So this is a time, I call it planting seeds, whereas the new moon is really about reflection and charging your seeds on the altar, as I like to say. The full moon corresponds with the ovulation phase of your cycle. And in the old days, people knew that it was time to make babies when the moon was full, because women's cycles were synced with the moon. So this is a time with abundant energy and creativity, connection, opportunity to play, and opportunity to really enjoy your sexuality. It's a time when energies are running high. So this is a great time for you to reflect on what's been going well during this cycle so far and give thanks as you're harvesting what has happened so far from the seeds that you planted during the waxing phase. During the waning phase, this phase corresponds with your luteal phase of your menstrual cycle. And as your energy and your hormones begin to wane, start to look inward, prepare for some self-care time and quiet time for yourself. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I post a new video every Thursday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.